So I have a little plumbing project here. My shutoff valve to the house does not close completely. Probably when the water softener was put in, maybe it wasn't soldered right. So I need to replace that. Of course, the problem is this shuts off the water from coming out from the entire house. Down here is the shut off from my well, so no new water will come in when I shut that off. But this stops the water from emptying out from, my main water line. So this will involve a few different skill sets. It's going to involve removing and desoldering this brass fitting, cutting here, resoldering the fitting, a vertical connection, and a top connection. So I've shut off the well pump. I've shut off the line going into my water softener. I have opened up the shut off to the house, which is the one I'm going to replace. I opened up the faucets in the entire house, draining to the lowest faucet in the house. And I've been doing that for probably about an hour. And I've taken off the carbon filter. So again, I'm going to cut here. There shouldn't be any water, so I'm going to desolder here. If I need to, I will possibly have to take this off and this off over here if there isn't enough play in the pipe. So now we're going to the point of no return, and I'm going to make my cut over here. I just want to say while I'm doing this, I have my bucket of water available and I'm wearing my safety glasses. Using some 150 grit. Just pre-test the connections, make sure they work. That's tight. That's too tight. So it's time to start making connections. I'm choosing to do the vertical soldering out here, just easier for me. I'm going to use some OD tinning flux, lead-free. In this Watts valve, I called the manufacturer and they said to leave it in a half open position, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to wrap just around here, just to try and keep that part a little on the cooler side. And I have prepped the inside, and I've prepped my pieces. I now just have to put the flux on. I'm going to put a little inside here. I don't want to push any of that flux down where it might be corrosive, even though the water is eventually going to push out what flux remains. I have a little mark on this so I know right where it's supposed to go. I'm going to wipe off any excess here. This is a 1-inch fitting, so I'm going to mark off about 1 inch here. We're going to heat the copper first, copper pipe. And I'm going to point away, the heat away from the mechanism. Get all around. Now that I've heated, I'm going to start heating. And then we test. I'm going to use this Hercules soldering paste. Except for the brass fitting, I'm still going to use the tinning flux, even though I'm not sure if I need it since it's already, tinned on that end. now that all the soldering's done, you need to be careful when opening up the water. You don't want that air to get suddenly compressed and possibly blow out your lines. So I'm going to slowly open up the water. I still have all of my faucets opened, and I'm just going to let the water start slowly filling. Hopefully there are no leaks. So I've got the water at full pressure. I don't see any leaks. Everything looks pretty clean. I know I'm not a professional plumber, but hopefully I didn't make any glaring mistakes if anyone is watching this. Again, the reason I did this was because this valve wasn't working properly, and when I dissected the O valve, I could see where the seal was impaired. I prepped everything. I used tinning flux here. I used regular flux here. I don't know if that made a difference. I was able to have some play in this, so I didn't have to undo any other joints. And that's it. Hope this home project brought together a number of concepts that other people have good tutorials on. Thank you.